Well, everybody, it's the evening time today on the farm, and got the beautiful cabin in the background that my dad built with my two older brothers with their bare hands. Pretty awesome. But today we are going to give you the quick update of the garden. Y'all, you ready for this? Here's the garden. There it is, folks. Looking snazzy over here. Definitely looking different than it did before. Dad has knocked out most of the work and it's about to grow some good food. Got our worm bins here. Those are going to be strawberry bins. See? Worms. Alright, Dad. What are we getting into?
We're gonna have tomatoes like unbelievable. This was the chicken coop all winter. I wasn't ready for them to go out, so I kept them in this. And at Benjamin's suggestion, I just moved them out. I put them over here in another old dog kennel. We don't have a dog right now, and now I've scraped up all the chicken manure and where I've been feeding them. I've thrown scraps as well as feeding them chicken feed. So it looks rich in there. You said put a little lime on it. So I'm gonna put a little lime on it. I've got my tomato cages. These are the best kind. What's this stuff called, Benjamin? This kind of mesh. Do you know what
Honestly, don't remember.
it's like? It's 6 inches.
6 by 6.
Yeah, 6 by 6, and you can put your hand in there. You can grab the tomatoes and pull them out. You don't have to wiggle in there. This is the best thing.
Yeah.
So Benjamin got some rolls of these used a few years ago. Bought them, and I've made some cages out of them. They're the best.
About 3 feet.
They're about,
almost.
They're, yeah, maybe 2 and a half, 3, something like that. Big as you want them to be. I usually put 4 plants inside of each one.
3 or 4.
Yeah, depending on the variety and how thick you want them. And I think they're going to grow like.
It's good for indeterminate tomatoes because the determinate would only get like this tall, but indeterminate they can keep going and
what's the difference
going
again
crazy
between the two?
The indeterminate just keeps growing. Basically, it's indeterminate how long it'll grow, but then the determinate, they're designed. I don't really like it because they're more modified usually, but or they definitely are. But they grow, and then all of a sudden they produce a bunch of fruit, and then they're done.
Yeah. Well, I have all heirloom stuff, so
yeah,
probably
so all the heirlooms are going to be indeterminate.
Indeterminate. So they're going to come over the top.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's going to be so good.
So in fact, I've had them grow before a lot taller than this. They get over the top and they come back down, then they kind of pinch off after a while. They don't do so well.
Yeah.
Anyway. We're getting them out today.
Oh, yeah.
It's early in May. I think our last freeze and frost and all that's
We've had
over
a colder spring.
We did, so we had to wait a little bit, but we're ready to go now. And Benjamin got me some good plants the other day.
Yeah.
Where'd you get those?
Knoxville Green Seed and Greenhouse Supply.
Knoxville Seed.
I've told folks about them before, but they're great folks over there.
Plants look really good.
Oh yeah.
We'll see how they do. Oops, sorry.
You're gonna keep the dog the kennel up?
Just because I don't want to move it again
Yeah.
down the road, and the tomatoes will be happy in there.
Could grow something on the edge if we wanted to.
We can try. The thing is, I think I'm gonna have so. I got a lot of space here.
Yeah.
So probably more than I want to take care of. But we're hoping to put up a bunch of stuff, freezers, canning, all that stuff. So I moved the chickens over here.
Hey chickens.
They're happy.
You're cleaning up the dog kennel.
I mean, look what they're doing for me.
Yeah.
They're sanitizing that whole thing.
There's Mr. Rooster there. He's a big boy. So how many eggs we got in the incubator right now?
I don't know. I think it's 50 or more.
About 55 or more.
And we hatched 21 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we got 21 little chicks off of these guys.
Good. You have to show them the little chicks.
Yeah, I will. I'll show them.
They're doing good.
They're super cute. So they're just thriving. But
good. They're not quite as common as those gray ones.
And the big guy is Black Australorp.
He's a meaty guy.
Yeah, he's meat,
So
but they're good layers too.
They're good layers. Yeah, they are.
They were produced in Australia to be a dual-purpose breed.
So I've got a little shade on them, keeps them from flying out, but they can roost on top of that thing right there.
Yeah.
So.
Man, look at these irises coming out beautifully. Got all these little wildflowers coming out. It's beautiful. Wow. I always like to see hostas coming out, popping out of the mulch like that. Oh yeah, looking so pretty. Man, oh man. We got lilacs Looking great. Beautiful lilacs. Got ourselves some ajuga. It's blooming nicely. Looking really good right along there with the creeping Jenny. Always looking good. Oh, got a little weed here. Oh yeah. I think that's a buttercup leaf weed or something like that. Catmint blooming. Look at that heuchera. The hen bit I think is about done almost. Hen bit is almost done, but we do have, now what are these called? I don't know what these are called here. Y'all let me know. I don't really know what those are called, but they're pretty. Really pretty. So here's the chicks. Hey guys. Hey buddies. Hey. They're almost outgrown this spot. There he is. Hey buddy. How you doing? You're definitely growing. Super fun. These ones we rescued. I went to the place and they had these kind of more in the trash, so they need a little water, but they'll produce whatever they're gonna produce. I don't know what they are, but that'd be kind of fun to see what happens.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes. This is, so you can just mix it all together, but then you'll get the weed seeds, the original weed seeds. So I like to just, you got this kind of your mulch on top. I like to just go in.
There's a rock right there, I think.
Yeah. Find where it's not a rock. That's as deep as I need to go, about 3 or 4 inches. Cut on the other side. And then where's your plant?
Over here.
Just one of these?
Yep. Just get you one that looks like it'll be happy.
These are the rescues, but loosen it up like that, pull it back. And so it's just right in there, and then lay it kind of horizontal. Take that one, a few of the little branches off that we don't need. I scratch it on the stem a little bit. That'll promote root growth, and let this pop right back. So you never put that back on top. See, and then just kind of press it in there a little bit. Bring back your mulch.
All right, I want to put 4 of these in there. Well, that one's struggling, but it might make it.
Oh, it'll definitely
off.
make it. It'll grow. That way you're not putting all the seeds, because the goal here is this has been weeded down and mulch put on top, so there's not really weed seeds on top, as many at least. So we're trying not to get those seeds up surfaced.
Yeah.
So we got 4 guys in here. Remember, these are the rescues, so they don't look beautiful, but they're gonna do awesome. Give them a good soaking. It's best to water them in the morning for tomatoes, because you don't want water to stay on the leaves later on in the summer. Right now it's okay, but alright, there we go.
We're done.
Later, but
We're just
there
gonna
it
blow
is.
it over since we got the cage ready.
Yeah. Cool.
There we go.
I'll do something.
Grow, man, grow.
Alright, just sprinkle it on, not the leaves, but just around. It's just agricultural lime. Tomatoes like it. Keep them from having blossom end rot. You can sprinkle it into the actual soil, but this works too. After it gets some rain on, it'll be just fine. That's probably good then. Some people put eggs in the bottom, cracked eggs, or fish, or other kitchen scraps, or banana peels, organic banana peels. All those little tricks of the trade. Put them right underneath the root ball. So we got little cabbages in here we're gonna get out.
Got some here
Okay,
for you.
we got some little guys here. What we got going on here this year is that this is the first year of doing a no-dig garden up here, like full throttle, to where everything is no dig. There's no more plastic covered or things like that. It's the real deal. So, and this stuff we got here is still breaking down. It's still decomposing. It's got little pieces of wood chips in it. It's got twigs. So even, you know, you got even big boys like this. So, but it also has horse manure in it with lime, which has been decomposing for about a year and a half. So everything's fairly rich and new. So we got a lot of carbon, not much nitrogen. Nitrogen is tied up. So what we're gonna have to do here, just from experience, I know that the first year, especially when you add, how many inches do you think this is? Like
4 or 5.
4 or 5, maybe in some places 6 inches.
Yeah, somewhere.
So, whenever a plant, oh look at there, we got a little Mr. Worm. Worms are all throughout here, which is a good sign. It's all decomposing. Everything's gotten wet from the rain, so everything's activated. It's going to be a perfect garden, but right now it's kind of ripe. It's kind of too ripe. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dig a hole. I know it seems like a deep hole, but look at that, we found the real soil down there, the original soil. And so we're gonna move that to the side. What we want is we want our little plant to have access to the minerals and the more decomposed soil down there to where they can get all the nutrients they need. If we just put it up here, they might have some that's already available, but really this is still getting activated. The fungi and the bacteria are still not 100% happy. But what we don't want to do is get this up here. If we get this soil down here, up here, then all of a sudden we have weed seeds up there. That's one of the principles of no dig, is we're trying to keep those seeds, all the seeds that are in the existing soil down here. Here's a little, I mean, it's good soil.
So you want to keep them covered up?
Yeah, you want to keep them covered up. So, but we do want the roots to get down. So let me pop one out here. Our little friend cabbage. Happy little plant. Sometimes if that happens, there's, you know, not a happy little leaf, I just snip it off. So we've got our cabbage. See these roots down here? Those ones are going to have contact.
Do you leave the roots bound up like that, or do you break it up a little bit?
You know, sometimes you can do either way. I've learned that with little plants like this, I just leave them. They're already having they're already shooting out so many.
Okay.
So just put it to where they can get to that real soil down there, and then I'm gonna push back around some of this more moist stuff and stop it. With tomatoes, you can bury it higher, but with something like cabbage, you're gonna want to stop it closer to where the stem is at. Otherwise, it can't breathe.
I would not have known that. I would have covered it and killed
all the way.
it.
Yeah, that'll be no good. Also, you might get fungal issues if you get it covered.
Okay.
So there you go. And then as it grows, this stem's probably going to come up a little higher in search of light. Then you can move the mulch back a little bit. Okay. This is just year one. Year one, you're trying to get the plants happy, but also there's enough mulch here still to keep the weeds that were down there that were covered up from popping through. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So, yep.
Good.
Just kind of angle it down in.
And then you just water well.
Then you water it in.
Wet.
Yep.
All right, let's plant a few. We'll water them and see what happens. What about lime? Do we put lime on this?
We already did lime on
it's
these
mixed
beds,
in
right?
that. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
if somebody doesn't have lime, when do they know to use lime, or that they should?
Yeah. So lime is good for if your pH tends to be too low. So our soils in East Tennessee usually have a lot of clay, and clay is basically very broken down soils, and so that creates a acidic environment.
So you need lime.
Or not acidic. Yeah, acidic. So
yeah,
we need lime.
Blackberries, raspberries, and all that.
Those
roses,
guys love it.
Those all grow.
We have some raspberries right here. You want to check that out?
Yeah, here are raspberries. These are, you say they're blackberry raspberries?
Black raspberries.
Black raspberries.
Justin Rhodes.
Yeah, these came from Justin's farm. Thank you, Justin, if you happen to see this. Yeah. Justin Rhodes. You guys should go watch Justin. Probably most of you do, but if you don't, you should go see Justin Rhodes and his family. We love them. Anyway, and these are raspberries that a friend gave me from Ohio. And I don't know what variety they are, but we ate some of them and they're good. I ate them at his house. And he brought me some. Mike Noctegal brought me some, and we are getting little baby Raspberry buds. We're gonna have some this year. I'm excited about those. I'll show you later when Benjamin's here one day. I'll show you how we're gonna trellis these. It's an interesting way of doing this. I like it. Keeps it from being a big bushy mess, but it gets to be real nice, and every year you get fresh canes and fresh strawberries.
Nice.
Rainwater.
Dad, you happy with this one?
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
When I eat it, I'll let you know just how good it is.
Uh-huh. How beautiful it tastes.
That'll be good. What are we gonna plant in the middle? Do you know?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. This is more of a somewhat shady spot, so we'll be thinking on it, but I'm trying to think of what would be good there. Y'all let us know in the comments. I was thinking maybe some, like something taller.
That's a good idea. Yeah, if people would tell us what they have experience with.
Yeah.
Because it gets sun full in the day, but in the evening, that's west, and so the evening sun comes and casts a shade this way across the garden. And
Yeah.
so I'd be curious what we ought to put in there.
Yeah, let's ask the folks. Folks, what are we gonna do in here? It's got cabbage, bam bam, so something taller I feel like, but let us know. We also have little onions right here. But it's the first bed that's planted of all of them. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16 maybe. But yeah, doing crazy. Awesome stuff. We got some raspberries here. But we did sawdust here. Personally, I'd like even better than sawdust would be wood chips, just because it has more nutrients. Sawdust is usually like more of the trunk of the tree, whereas wood chips have the branches and the twigs and the leaves and stuff. But this is still a good option. It'll still break down over time. It's a little slower than wood chips, but it will turn into good stuff. So that's that. Dad's starting on the second bed there.
Do you get rid of the yellow leaves at the bottom or something? Do you get rid of those?
Yeah, they're not really contributing to the plant
Do
anymore.
you put them back in the hole to rot, or do you?
No, it's better to get them out of the hole somewhere else, because they could be holding disease, or because they would rot, they'd make the plant rot. I'd put them in the pathway, really.
All right, we can do it.
There we go.
These little magic trick.
You ready for magic trick?
Here's my magic trick. Ready?
Yeah.
Abracadabra. I'm gonna turn old leaves into up.
Oh,
no. Daddy.
Oh, sorry, Dad. How many? One of them?
Just one.
Broke one.
I'll give it. The
that's
chickens
sad.
will eat it.
No. You can take the.
Put that in the cabbage or something. In the.
Yeah.
What's best, cabbage or the?
We could put that
in
on
the
the
tomato.
cabbage or tomato.
Tomatoes. All right, let's just give it
Oh
all
my
up.
goodness!
This is
that
farmer.
is farm living right
Farmer
there.
Daddy right here. Let's go
Ooh,
do it.
that is a
farmer.
chicken cock. No, that's a cocktail for the tomatoes there.
Tomato cocktail.
Oh man! But the plan was to feed the chickens the cabbage so that we'd get some more eggs. But
We'll go in here for the next round of
yeah,
tomatoes.
happiness, tomato happiness.
It'll go right here for these tomatoes, or for these. They'll all take.
Nothing goes to
advantage
waste
of it.
though.
Hey, it's one man's dropped egg is another tomato's supper.
Supper
I'll eat
life.
it. It'll be in the form. That's the cool thing about the garden. If you're on your toes, you don't waste anything.
Yeah.
It just all goes back in. We have a fireplace where we burn our keep warm. I take the ash. I mix the ash and the biochar and all this stuff. I had brush I had to burn off. There's biochar left. I put that into this compost that's in the garden now.
Yep.
It's wonderful. God has designed things the most wonderful way.
It's incredible.
We just got to watch what he's doing and imitate it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's amazing stuff. These chickens cleaning up areas that the dogs were in, getting it refreshed. Woo-wee! Happiness.
The only thing I don't know what to do with is plastic.
True.
That did not come from creation, and so
what did he do?
Yeah.
Can't really. I guess you
throw it away.
You can recycle it, but that's about it. Thanks, Dad. See ya. I'm gonna head back down and probably edit this video so you guys can see it. Thanks, guys. Good to see you. Good to see you back at the Farmosa. And we got a lot going on these days. We got a lot of landscaping, a lot of edible landscaping, doing consulting more. It's been so fun. I do virtual consulting if you guys are interested in that. But man, that's been so fun to see that part of the business grow. Getting to help people with stuff that I've learned so that they don't have to go through the same hurdles. Fun stuff. But it's been cool helping Dad have the garden here, because we've always had a garden, but it's always been more of the till type, more of the trying to fight against the ground rather than work with God's creation. So this time has been awesome, getting to see Dad put this in and just trust the method, trust the method that we see out in creation, nature, and getting to convert it over. So we're excited to see what happens. This thing is going to be popping soon, and for right now though, we gotta do it right. Put all the plants in, put a bunch of seeds in. Seeds are going in this fall, this next weekend, and then we'll be rocking and rolling. See you guys. See you next time on the Garden Guide channel.